Sorry.
All right, and welcome to Black Hat Field on tonight for the matchup between the Mexia Black Hats and the China Spring Cougars. The teams have flipped for possession here to begin the game. Mexia will be sending out their return unit. China Spring will be kicking as they won the toss, they chose to defer, and the Black Hats chose to receive the ball to begin the game. China Spring will be kicking from the east side of the field towards the west where the Black Hats will return. Looks like the Black Hats have, I believe that's number 11, Chris Bradley, back deep. The kick by Thomas Barr will be taken by Brian on the Mexia sideline. He breaks up the middle. A good return by Brian across the 30, out to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, the Black Cats set up a good wall there on the left side, or right side, to allow the runner to get up to about the 33-yard line. So a pretty good return of about 22 yards.
So we'll get a chance to see the Mexia offense come out on the field first. It'll be Nate Burns at quarterback with Xavier Molina to his right. Snap back. Ball's on the ground. It's going to be a fumble as the exchange was some miscommunication on the exchange. The ball fell to the turf, and China Spring was able to fall on it and take over possession right at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like Burns tried to pull that out a little bit to keep, and just a little bit of communication between him and Molina, and put the ball on the turf to give China Springs their first possession deep in the Mexia territory at the 30-yard line.
So Mexia's defense will come out against China Spring, and it'll be Major Boughton at quarterback for the Cougars. Snap back, he rolls to his right. He's around the right tackle, and he's going to be chopped down right at the 25-yard line. They're going to give him the 24.
Yeah, Wallace, we're probably going to see a lot of that tonight.
Right.
He likes to use his legs to make a lot of things happen and create things for his offense. So you'll see two running that ball a lot.
Yeah, he's a dynamic athlete, and he's going to call his own number when he feels he has the advantage. Man in motion, snap back. Quarterback keeps. He's going to pitch on the reverse. Nobody's there. One man there to make the play, and the ball carrier is just going to trot into the end zone. And there was a block on the cornerback, and that time there was just a little misdirection, and the Cougars ran a reverse. Boughton pitched it back to the runner, and the whole Mexia defense ran with the quarterback to the right, well, to the offensive right, and the reverse came back towards the China Springs sideline, and there was nobody but a cornerback over there, and the receiver did a great job of blocking downfield. and allowing them to get into the end zone on that play. So it'll be bar for the extra point attempt. Kick is up and good. So China Spring takes an early 7-0 lead with 11:06 left in the first quarter following the Mexia fumble. We'll take a quick timeout, and we'll be back with the kickoff. All right, and we're back. 11:06 left in the first quarter. Just 54 seconds into the game, China Spring has already taken a 7-0 lead as they were able to capitalize on a Mexia miscue and fumble and turnover on their first possession. The kick is away. It's going to be driven deep over the head of Nowell, and he wisely lets the ball fall. He wisely lets the ball go into the end zone.
Yeah, it looked like it was about to roll out of bounds, but
I'm not sure why. Once he picked up the ball and touched the ball in the end zone, it should have been down, and the whistle was blown. It didn't happen, so he ended up getting hit and tackled there. But I think at first he didn't realize that ball hit in play, so he had to down it to get the touchback, and he wasn't touching it, which is why the official didn't blow the whistle, because it is still a live ball till he touched it down.
Right.
So Mexia's offense is back on the field. Burns behind center. Molina to his right. Snap back. Hand off to Molina. He's around the left side. He's looking for a hole. He's going to be met by a wall of Cougar defenders and driven backwards.
Yeah, it looked like there was a little bit of something over there at the beginning of that play. Wallace on the left side, but Molina just couldn't find the gap to bust it up.
Yeah, and it's going to be a loss of 5 on the play, bring up 2nd and 15. Mexia waits for the call from the sideline. Burns moves up to call out the play. He's back in formation. Snap back to Burns. He keeps it moving right, and he's going to be met there by the Cougar defense, and that's going to be another loss on the play. It's going to be a loss of 3 there. So here on the first, they're going to say loss of 4 and mark it back at the 16-yard line. First 2 plays of this drive, Mexia's gone backwards. It's going to bring up 3rd and 19 here for the Black Cats.
Yeah, that was Dawson Excellent that came in and made that tackle. The Cougars they read that play pretty good and just covered up that right side where Burns couldn't help create anything to happen.
And we're going to get early movement by Mexia out at wide out, which is going to cost Mexia another 5 yards on the play.
And I was wondering how long was it going to take that ref to blow that whistle, because Matthews was about 10 yards down the field before the whistle even blowed.
That penalty is called against number 10 for the Black Cats, TJ Bryant, as he came out of his stance a little too early. So Burns behind center, calls for the ball, snaps back. He's surveying the field. He's got the defense is in his face as soon as he gets the ball. And he's going to be brought down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, the crowd was looking for a safety call, Wallace, but the ref did stop his forward progress there about the 2-yard line.
And here on that possession, Mexia ended up losing 23 yards on that offensive possession. And so now they're going to be punting from the back of their own end zone. And you got to expect pressure from China Spring. Snap back. Davila takes it. He gets it off. Looks like the punt was blocked partially. It's going to go out of bounds at the 10-yard line. It looks like there was pressure from up the middle, and as Davila went to kick, I believe that may have been number 6 for the Cougars, got his hand on it, and that ball just kind of took a direct turn towards the Mexia sideline and went out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So again, China Spring will start with great position in Mexia territory on this offensive possession.
And that's something we've seen the past couple of games, Wallace, on that left side over there on the punt team. It's
going to be Bowden in the backfield as he awaits the snap. Snap back, and we're going to get
illegal procedure more than, no?
Going to be illegal participation. Do they have 12 men on the field? 11, yep, 12 men on the field for Mexia.
And they still got the 12.
That'll be, yeah, nobody still has come off the field. And now a Black Cat trots off. So that'll move China Spring down to the 5. It's going to be a pass by Bowden to the corner of the end zone. That's going to be a caught for a touchdown. And that's number 8 for the Cougars, Trey Hafford, on the reception from Bowden.
Yeah, that was just a great throw by the quarterback, Wallace, to the corner pylon over there. The receiver, he just got some good spacing between him and the defender.
Yeah, the receiver gained leverage on his route and then put the defender on his back, snap back, ball down, kick up and good. And he was able to haul it in the corner of the end zone for the touchdown. So with 8:04 left in the first quarter, China Spring on top 14-0. We'll take a quick timeout and we'll be back at Black Hat Field for more Mexia Black Hat football. All right, we're back here at Black Hat Field as China Spring sets the kick to the Black Hats once again as they lead 14-0 with 8:04 left in the first quarter. Kick is deep to the side. It's going to be brought in by now at around the 10-yard line. He's up the field. He's going to be knocked down at about the 20, which is where Mexia will start this drive.
Yeah, it looked like Now wanted to try to cut it to the left a little bit, but he saw that there was nothing there. China Springs did a good job coming down and concealing those holes, making sure there was no running lane for Now. So let's see what the Mexia offense can do, see if we can get something started here with 7:54 to go in the first quarter.
4 receivers. Burns with Sandals in the pistol formation behind him. Oh, it looks like a miscue on the play as Burns looked to hand the ball off and Sandals went to the opposite side of him.
And that's the second time tonight, Wallace, that we've seen a miscue from the Mexia offense that's kind of pinned them deep. And they've got to just calm down and get their heads collected in this football game.
And right now, China Spring is bringing pressure from those linebackers on just about every possession. Snap back. Burns hands it to Sandals, and he's hit immediately. It's going to be no gain on the play.
And that was number 6, X-line for the Cougars. We've kind of called his name pretty much on both sides of the ball tonight.
Yeah, and he's just walking up from that linebacker spot and then just flying through the gaps and making plays. Snap back. Burns looks. He throws over the top, and it's going to be intercepted. And he's going to be tackled right at the 30-yard line as Burns was scrambling. Looks like he was trying to get one of his receivers to break downfield. And just as he let it go, the safety came underneath and went up and made that play and intercepted.
Yeah, it looked like he had Sandals there for a minute on the outside. That was the intended receiver. But Burns just released the ball a little bit late, and allowed that safety to come over and kind of clog up the chance for Sandals to make a big completion for the Black Cats.
So China Springs offense back out on the field, snap back to Bowden. He's going to hand off in the middle. Runner makes a man miss. He's out to the right side. He's going to break a couple tackles and then be pushed out of bounds around the 12-yard line. That was number 4 for the Cougars on the run.
Kyle Barton. Yeah, when Kyle Barton got to that second level, Wallace, I mean, he made a couple of good moves to the right and made a great game for the Cougars to give them first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Snap back. Bowden takes it. He's running to his left. He's going to be hit. He makes a couple players miss. He's still on his feet. And he scampers around. He's going to be out inside the 10 around the 7-yard line.
Yeah, we had 2 Black Cats back there trying to conceal the quarterback, Wallace, and they got their hands on him, but they didn't put their body through the quarterback, and he got loose. And
well, it looked like Daniels got there first and had his arms around him, and as the next defender got there to try to hit him, he missed the quarterback and hit his teammate and knocked them both away from the tackle. And Bowden was able to stay on his feet and get positive yards on that play.
Yeah,
so
if you're going to put your hands on Bowden, you're going to have to make sure that you have those sure hands and you get him down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 from the 12-yard line. Man in motion. Snap back to Bowden. He rolls right. He's being chased. He throws. It's caught. Touchdown. China Spring. And looks like number 3 on the reception.
And that would be Sebastian Trevino for the Cougars with the touchdown catch.
And it was just a simple little rollout by Bowden, and the receiver ran a little short out and right at the pylon. And when he threw it there, when he turned his head, the ball was right there in his hands, and he walked in. Extra point is good. China Spring increases their lead to 21-0 with 5:56 left in the first quarter. And it looks like we're going to have some unsportsmanlike conduct penalties as flags flew after the extra point. And that'll be against the Black Hats, so they'll mark that off on. They'll mark the penalty yardage off on the oncoming kickoff. We'll take a quick break and we'll be back. All right, and we're back. After the penalty yardage is assessed, the Cougars will be kicking from the 45-yard line of Mexia. It's going to be a high kick. That ball is going to travel into the end zone, and the Black Hats will let it hit for the touchback. They'll begin this possession from the 25-yard line.
And the kicker for China Springs tonight is number 81, Thomas Barr. And Wallace, he's got a pretty good leg. I mean, we've seen him on the extra points where he's kicking it about 35, 40 yards deep. And it looked like he was trying to pooch it up to get Mexia a chance to run it back, because so far on their kick return, China Springs has been able to pin them deep into their own territory.
Yeah, so Mexia started at the 25-yard line on this possession.